Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another cool arcade game pinball machine video for you this evening. This is a very, what would be the good tacky one from the 80s. This came out in late 1985 by Gottlieb, and it's called Rock. And they made Rock the pinball, and it's a pretty fun game. And then they released a kit where you could turn your Rock pinball machine into a Rock Encore pinball machine a few months later. And so it had a different translate, and it had a few sound chips that you changed, and it made it Rock Encore. So this is a Rock Encore, but it was originally a Gottlieb Rock. So the playfield's exactly the same, cabinet's the same. They made a dedicated Rock Encore cabinet as well, but this is in the Rock cabinet. Pretty cool game considering, but I like these weird ones like this, so a lot of people may not agree. The original back glass on Rock was like a hand-drawn glass, and this one's like this crazy, cheesy 80s rock picture. And this was also Gottlieb's first cabinet that they did like this with that weird back box. I don't know if it was their, and they were called Premier by then, by the way. I don't know if this is their first 80 System 80B game, but it's a System 80. Of course, we've also got a Genesis over here that's in a similar cabinet. It came out, I think, the next year. But it's a cool little game. We'll play it here in a minute, but we thought we'd show off the artwork a little bit first. So it's all hand-drawn on the playfield. And so you've got this guy doing his thing, and you've got this girl with the microphone doing her thing, and it says, "Rock and roll lives." So back here you've got the drummer. He looks slightly inebriated. And then you've got the guitar player, another guitar player. And then you've got this guy up here. Some of this has been touched up a little bit. You've got drop targets up here, and you've got drop targets down here. Now, they were making some kind of interesting designs back then, so if you'll notice, there's no pop bumpers at all. How dare they? Gottlieb had this problem whenever they made their games, you know, in the 70s and the 80s, where they couldn't have very many solenoids on the playfield. So they made little, they would use a lamp driver to drive an under playfield solenoid board that would make a pop bumper work or something like that. But on this game, the best I can tell, there are only 3 computer controlled solenoids. So there is a pop bumper reset solenoid right here. A drop target reset solenoid right here. There is a drop target reset solenoid up there, and then there is a solenoid that's turning the general illumination on and off. So that's just a little relay under the playfield. It turns all the general illumination off, and whenever it does, the switch hits another switch, which turns on the red lights up here on this playfield. You'll see that whenever we play it here in a few. Pretty cool little effect. And then they're also using, I think, one of their light signals or something to run it like an under playfield board that makes these lights work on that ribbon there. So that's pretty cool. One of their little chaser boards. So there's not that much electronically on the game. There's a ton of lights. There's like 60 lights in the playfield, which is a lot for back then. You can see there's lights everywhere. Not all the games back then had that many lights. So I guess they just decided to go that way with it. They were trying to do some creative, different stuff. Hey, it was 1985. I think nobody was really making much money. So they were just throwing things at the wall. Nowadays, a modern pinball would have this many lights, but the ones back then, not very many had this many. I mean, that's a lot of lights. And so this is the replacement translite. So So it says Rock Encore. I do believe that this gentleman here is the guy that actually made the music that you're going to hear while we play it. It's this synthesized stuff, this 80s kind of thing going on. You can see the grill down here is I don't know what the hell that is. I don't think it's a lighter. This guy here's got the big hair. This guy here's doing his best what's his name, Tommy Lee impression. She's the lead singer, of course. And then believe that's a dude, not positive. So pretty damn cheesy. It's so bad that it's really good, in my opinion. And of course it just has Gottlieb's little System 80B alphanumeric display. And so on the playfield you've got these, it's got a few little cool things. Of course it's got this little mini playfield up here where you try to get those drop targets in sequence. And it's got this one shot that loops around, hits a switch there, and if you do, it makes everything, all of the scoring, double scoring. So it doubles everything. And then it's got these interesting little things over here. If the ball goes down this, it kicks it out just enough where it goes down the end lane, so you don't lose the ball. Same thing over here. If it goes down this, it kicks it out just enough that it goes down the end lane. Pretty sweet. And then you've also got two nice spinner shots. So you got nice long shots. So that's an interesting little game, a little different. The best part of the game's the cheesy music. How to play Rock Encore. So the game plays exactly like Rock. Whenever you update it, all you do is you change the sound ROMs. So I believe this was the first game that had that new soundboard in it. For Gottlieb, and on Rock it only has one EEPROM, or it has two, but one's for sound effects. So 697 here is the game number, so that means Rock, right? And so it has a Y-ROM and a D-ROM, and so the D-ROM does the sound effects. So the hits whenever you hit a target and stuff like that. The Y-ROM is the music. So what they did was the D-ROM is slightly different on the update. So I don't know what that is. Maybe they fixed a bug or something, but the file is just slightly different. And the Y-ROM, they went from Y-ROM 1, they added an entire second chip. So there's two chips for the sound. So it added a lot more music to the game. And it's completely different songs. But it's all synthesizer stuff that's looped and things like that. But it's interesting stuff. You'll hear it here in a minute. But to update it, you basically just change that back translate, and you swap the three ROMs on the soundboard. So the gameplay is exactly the same on Rock. The playfield is exactly the same on Rock. How to play Rock Encore. Special. Completing 4 bank drop targets in sequence. Advance scoring level. The guy I got this thing from, look at that, he misspelled advance. Advances scoring level. Special lights at level 4. Special is awarded by completing bank in sequence. So basically, complete sequence to advanced level. So there's level 1, 2, 3, and level 4. So basically it does them in order. The left one, then the second one, the third one, the fourth one. And so if you light them all up in order with these little flippers here, it will advance that up each time, and once you get up to the fourth one and do it, it gives you the special. So the special was usually a free game. Extra ball. Completing Rock and Roll Lives bonus sequence, lights extra ball feature. Completing center loop roll under and left side rollover awards extra ball when lit. All right. So the Rock and Roll Lives bonus sequence. So that's this in the middle of the thing. Basically, you want to light all that up, right? So the way you do that is with the drop target. Double add a letter when lit. If the light is lit in front of the drop target and you hit it, you get 2 letters. And so you spell out rock and roll lives. And so once you do that, it lights extra ball, like it just did. And then if you make that shot just right, it curves around and it hits this switch, and then it curves around back through here and it hits this switch, and you get an extra ball. Bonus multiplier. Completing the top 3 rollovers advances the bonus multiplier. So you got 3 rollovers up there that you go to on the plunge. And if you knock it through this spinner over here. And you can move those with you can change the lane with the right flipper button. Bonus. Lit 5 bank drop targets score double advance. Side rollovers score single advance. So that's over here where it says add a letter, and over here it says add a letter. Double score. Hitting center loop roll under lights double scoring for a period of time. So there's a little switch right there. And whenever you hit that, it lights up this right here, double scoring. And while that's lit, it actually flashes. While that's flashing, everything you hit, you get double points. Entering initials. This was a weird thing they did on their System 80 stuff. Whenever the game's over, it says using front right cabinet buttons. Select desired letter, enter letter by pressing the credit button, select the arrow to skip ahead 1 space, or the left arrow to go back and erase 1 space. So you have these little buttons here. You hit the buttons and it lets you put in your initials. It does that at the end of like every game. So at the end of every game, it wants you to put in initials, and so you can't start another game until you go through and put your initials in. So there we are. We will set up the tripod and play through it a little bit, and you can see what you think about this masterpiece. Okay, folks, I believe I have turned this up obnoxiously loud, so be careful with your eardrums. I can hear the speaker humming as we speak, so it might be too loud, but we'll see. I'm dancing really weird behind the camera. You can't see it. So let's see if we can get some cool music going. Oop, missed it. There we go. Missed it. Missed the rollover too. Come on. Come on, man. It's a little dark in the middle of the playfield. Ah, wrong one again. So the double scoring is on. Ah, come on. I missed it. Missed it again. So it's saying enter initials. All right. right, that weird noise during that one was me adding credits. So let's try it again and see if I can play a little better. Right past me, people. Missed that shot. I like when the little synth comes in. I think when you get all 4 of the top drop targets, it starts the synth. Get it. Damn. And that switch, I don't think, is hitting. Man, that shot off the drops hits the glass a lot. Might have to look at that. So they're trying to get me to make the extra ball shot. If I can make it. I got it. And I got the double scoring. Well, we're really grooving now. Oh. was that? I couldn't figure out what, did it reset or something? I don't know what happened there. Let's play it some more. And roll lives. Saved by the apron. Oh, come on. That's kind of a dangerous little drop there whenever it does that. I hit it. I just didn't hit it good enough. There we go. Ah. I'm not good at aiming on that small playfield. Come on. There we go. Ah. Well, there you go, folks. That is Gottlieb's Rock Encore. Not bad for 1985. The red mode. Not bad for 1985 in my opinion. Not very popular. I don't think most people have played this. But that's what they did. Now by the time you see Gottlieb Rock Encore, it may have moved on to another city, right? The show has to go on. So we might not even have it for sale anymore. We're just showing you this video to show a little bit about what the game was like. So we may not have it anymore depending on when you watch this. So you can see all of the games that we do have available for sale on our website. Go to lionsarcade.com and we have pictures and prices and descriptions of all of our arcade games and pinball machines and jukeboxes. Now, if you're local, you can come by and see us. We've got a showroom here full of games. And we're in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina. We're about 15 minutes south of Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, if you don't want to buy one, that's fine. And if you don't want to come by, that's fine too. Just subscribe to us here on YouTube. We do cool videos like this all the time. Make sure to give us a thumbs up. That really helps us out because it shows our video to other people on YouTube. And leave your comments below. Let us know what you think about this. How can you not love the hair? Check that out. So let us know what you think about this, and especially let us know if you used to play this back in the day. That's our favorite thing to hear whenever people tell us, oh yeah, they had one of this at Harper's Bar down the street and we played the crap out of it. We love hearing stories like that. So leave your comments below. We'll try to reply to all of them, and we'll see you on the next video.